10. Beaches. With so many islands, golden sands and gorgeous coasts are found in abundance in the Philippines. The country has something on offer for everyone. The quiet isolation of Palawi Island, which boasts white beaches and vibrant coral. The popular expat destination Bantayan Island, where, with no luxury hotels, you can get a real taste of island life. There's Caramoan for the adventurer in you, where Survivor was filmed. And finally, there's Panglao, where you can observe ocean wildlife like dolphins, whales, and even barracudas. Everyone who visits will leave with a different favorite beach in mind. Number 9. Jeepneys. Vehicles left behind by the United States at the end of World War II heralded the creation of this Filipino icon. Repurposed surplus Jeeps became the #1 method of public transportation and have remained wildly popular ever since. Colorful, chrome-plated, and incredibly kitsch, Jeepneys are found throughout the Philippine streets and cities. They're not so popular with environmental activists, however, who are looking to phase them out. If you want to ride in one of these famous cars, you'll want to catch a plane ASAP to ensure you actually get the opportunity. Number 8. Puerto Princesa Subterranean River. In the middle of its own UNESCO-listed national park lies the Puerto Princesa Subterranean River, the longest underground river in the world, running through an expansive cave system for just over 5 miles. You can find it in the St. Paul mountain range, and it's considered so beautiful, it was included in a 2012 list of the new 7 wonders of the natural world. With this in mind, you won't want to skip out on it on your vacation. The only issue is it might prove tricky to get to, hundreds of miles away from the country's capital, Manila, and you'll also need to apply for a permit in advance. Number 7. El Nido. If there's one place everyone insists you have to spend time in to complete any Filipino getaway, it's El Nido. The area includes a group of beautiful limestone islands, with unusual rock formations alongside endless stretches of white beaches and turquoise ocean. As a thriving tourist spot, El Nido has no shortage of hotels, ranging from run-of-the-mill hostels to 5-star luxury. You can even stay in bungalows built on the water. Outside of the popular beaches, however, there are also hidden secret beaches and lagoons you might be able to check out, and many of the island's attractions focus on sustainability and environmental awareness. Number 6. Tarsiers. The Philippines have plenty of exciting wildlife, but one little guy stands out from the crowd: the tarsier. These are the weirdest primates you'll ever see, and aren't much bigger than a human hand, with gigantic eyes, enabling them to see in the dark, and freakishly long fingers. The eyes are actually the biggest eyes in proportion to body size of any animal. They're found in the jungles, seen leaping from tree to tree to catch insects and other tasty bugs. Unfortunately, deforestation in Southeast Asia has threatened many indigenous tarsier populations, but in the Philippines, you won't struggle to spot one in the wild. Number 5. Banawi Rice Terraces. Dubbed by some to be the 8th wonder of the world, the Banawi Rice Terraces are vast terraces built on the slopes of the Ifugao Mountains by indigenous people. Carved by humans with no modern drilling equipment up to 2,000 years ago, these enormous fields are more than a little impressive. The irrigation system used to keep them green uses water from the rainforest below, and remarkably, the terraces are still in full working order. Many local people still venture into the mountains to plant rice and other crops, and the terraces are extremely culturally significant to Ifugao culture. Number 4. Diving. El Nido alone has over 30 prime diving spots for you to choose from, whether you're a certified scuba diver or just treading water. There's about as much to see and do underneath the water in the Philippines as there is on land, with diverse and beautiful underwater wildlife. If you head out to Anilao or Oslob, you can get up close and personal with whale sharks. But there's also the Tubataha Reefs National Park, another major UNESCO site where you can see vibrant coral. However, if bright colors aren't your speed, there's also the Black Forest, a reef boasting lots of black coral. Number 3. Food. Balut is one of the weirdest foods in the entire world, and definitely the thing any tourist wanting to test themselves should go for. A partially developed duck embryo boiled and then eaten from the shell.
This piece, I can't bite into it.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart or vegetarians. But if you are squeamish, there are so many other amazing dishes to choose from kare-kare beef and peanut stew to the luscious roast pig called lechon. Adobo is considered the unofficial national dish, which consists of chunks of pork or chicken cooked in soy sauce and vinegar with plenty of seasoning. And for your sweet tooth is halo-halo, a dessert made of ice shavings with all sorts of fruits and vegetables thrown in. Number 2. Islands. The Philippines is made up of over 7,000 separate islands and islets, most perfectly explorable if you find yourself there when it isn't the monsoon season, and you avoid those with political unrest. In addition to the previously noted El Nido, there are a plethora of other beautiful locations that don't often get a mention. For more great diving and picturesque waterfalls, you don't want to miss Cebu. But if you're not so interested in the idyllic beach life, there's the giant island Luzon. Luzon is not only the country's largest island, but also the location of Manila, the thriving urban capital, which we won't delve into too much here because it deserves its own list. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. Festivals. If flamboyant, colorful festivals are your thing, then look no further. Every city in the Philippines has its own festival. Davao City has the Kadayawan Festival, which celebrates a bountiful harvest in August every year. There are the fertility rites held in mid-May in Obando, devoted to saints who can provide a child to loving parents. The vast Sinulog Festival in Cebu, which has partying, dancing, and traditional costumes.